Okay, welcome to Life's a Bitch. Shit, I gotta make a new intro. Okay, so this one is called Don't Do Karma's Job. Don't do the work for karma. So, karma is this word that means, or can be described, let's put it that way, as energy mixed with the law of attraction. So basically what I'm trying to convince people to do is understand that other people's actions towards you personally aren't necessarily yours to I want to say hold on to, is what's coming to me. And so this is talking about resentment. This is talking about revenge. I look up to people who are born to stand up for the little guy. But even in your actions of standing up for the little guy doesn't mean you have to act less than. So there is still a way to stand up for yourself and stand up for the little guy and react to situations that may need your reactions. But it's when we hold on to things and we feel resentful and we want to dip into that level of getting revenge. It's that tit for tat. It's that back and forth with this lower vibrational energy. Is when we notice that we're doing this, then it's time to open our eyes and raise out and above that. Because you're doing karma's job, which in turn is actually creating negative reactions for you, negative karma, punishment. You're basically, if you're stuck in a situation where you feel like you gotta one-up that person, or you gotta have that comeback for that person, or that person pissed you off or did you wrong, so you've gotta come back and and it's coming back with this energy where we need to realize that this is the point where we actually detach ourselves from the situation and go a different direction. And even if that's just like holding your motherfucking breath for a day, because this happened to me many times. And many times I've gone back in and been like, you want a piece of this shit? And I'll go back and involve myself in that situation. But yesterday I realized strongly, and I've done this before, but life works in cycles, and so I'm getting quicker and quicker at realizing, detach yourself from a karmic situation that somebody wants to drag you into their bad day, their bad mood, their bad karmic life cycle that they're in. They want company. They feel lonely at the bottom. The bottom's lonely, as is the top, I guess. I don't know. I've heard the top's lonely. I'll let you know when I get there. But, so basically, what you will see, what will happen when you can detach yourself from this tit for tat, this lower vibrational squabble that we find ourselves in day to day all over the fucking place, is you'll find that you were doing karma's job for it, because karma's job is to help that person learn its lesson, teach that person, help. Karma's always trying to rise that person up to a higher level of understanding and thinking. And people might not agree with that because they say, well, karma made this person lose their job, or karma may have made this person, fill in the blank of a negative result. But we've got to think about the higher picture and the bigger, wider perspective of karma doesn't necessarily care about your 9 to 5. I mean, it does in a sense, but if karma needs to help somebody lose their 9 to 5 to help them open their mind up to a bigger perspective of really what's going on within them and how that they can be a bigger part of the wider perspective, then it's going to do it in a heartbeat. And so karma is a lot better at teaching somebody what life is all about, and it'll do that through whatever form it chooses. And so what we want to focus on, not necessarily is their karma, karma will get yours, even though I do that and it helps me sometimes to just bite my motherfucking tongue and stop coming at people, because it's like, fuck, I'll tell you, bitch. But that's not my job. And when I do that, I'm lowering my vibration and I am attaching myself to nasty, sticky karma. And karma's like trying to do this. It's trying to go like, get away, I got this person, like, can you stop? And so you're gonna get little waves of bad karma. And that's your key to be like, oh my God, I need to step away from this situation. This is not my situation to handle. And so, if you need to handle it, if you need to be involved, then what you need to do first is detach yourself from the situation. You need to sit down, you need to meditate, you need to breathe, you need to give it a day or two, you need to write about it, you need to realize, get your anger out in another healthy way. And then if you still feel the need, check in with here and check in with this and say, okay, do I really need to say anything more at this point? Do I need to do anything more at this point? And when you come back into a situation with a level head and a big heart, then you're going to take a giant step forward in your own evolution. And so stop doing karma's job. Stop making somebody else pay for their mistakes that they're making towards you, and detach yourself and realize that karma's got them. Universe has got them and is going to take care of them. And the only reason that you're fighting with them and you're in their kind of world of tit and tat and back and forth and ugly revenge is because you're there to learn a lesson. And so the quicker you can learn that lesson, oh my God, this is not my monkey, this is not my circus, these are not my acrobats. I'm going to move on to something that actually gives me energy, doesn't make me feel restless at night or lose sleep at night or feel just heavy and angry with well, what the fuck did I do to you? Or what the fuck is your problem? Or really kind of attitude. Step away from that and just hold your tongue for a couple days and just hold that wanting to spit fire back at the world, and don't take that energy and spit it out at somebody else and kick your dog or yell at your children or yell at your spouse. Take that energy and sit with it. That is the biggest takeaway you can take from this, is sit with that energy and let it wash over you like a wave, and let it crash and then let it ease up and let it die. Because that is how you become an alchemist. That is how you transform energy in one sense of the way, I guess. So, yeah. Don't do karma's job for it. And you'll notice, you'll go back and you'll realize, oh my God, karma's got them. I ain't gotta do it like that, because why do I sound so trying to be hip hop? I love it. But karma can do it with love. Karma is tough love in a nutshell. For those who need it, and we all need it from time to time. So let's learn that lesson ourselves and teach it to those closest to us by guidance of inner wisdom. And let's navigate this shit together. Peace.